Welcome back to another episode of FC Mobile Season 11 Mansion Mode. And yes, we did make it. If you didn't check out last video, go check it out. It's a special episode. It was a fantastic episode. In the end, we did make it to FC Champion. And as you can see, we're in this division. And I'll tell you what, we got in here early, which means even though our ranking's going slightly down, doesn't really matter. That eventually we will stay in this division. We can just keep playing until our rating reaches a certain point, and we can just stay in here, which is good. But I'm gonna show you a few. First, I'm gonna show you my lineup, a few tips and tricks about it, and then also I'll play one match, show you the formations, and how I did manage to get the SC champion. So here's the lineup. Yeah, we use a 4-2-4 lineup. I know this guy's boring. No. Very fun lineup in the end. I used to hate going up against this lineup because it used to be OP, and I can tell you that it kind of is OP in a way. In a way, it is OP, but you have to use it right. So, starting off, you need a pretty good goalkeeper. And when I say pretty good, I mean, ideally, it's got to be like 100 or less, and you probably want your goalkeeper to be around 6'5". So I'm talking about your Kobels, your Donnarummas. I would say Courtois, but I just don't know if his card's high enough to be effective in that position. You're going to need a good keeper because 4-2-4, you're going to face a lot of shots, especially when you get into those higher divisions. Left back, you want a pacey left back, and here's what I'm going to say. With your wing backs, with your right and left backs, you want at least one pacey one, and you want one that kind of is more of crossing the ball. That's not necessarily balanced. You can make them both balanced, but I mean, it's up to you. I think this one actually had them at balance, and then at fullback. But if I'm being completely honest, I would probably recommend maybe using one of them for attacking and then one of them for defending. He's going to get replaced anyway, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, as you can see, my wingbacks are the lowest overall, but they do have a lot of pace. And like Roberto Carlos' pace, insane, right? You need wingbacks with pace, is what I will say. Even if they're lower overall, if they have a good enough pace, it's really what you want, because you want them to be able to track back those long balls that are going to come to you if you use this formation. Centermans, you want them both creative. That's where you have Bruno Fernandes, ultimate creator. I mean, just insane. His card, I think, is underrated. I don't think it's the best in terms of playmaking, but it is underrated. Barella, again, he's just a natural creator. I actually think he's really good. I haven't tested his year card. I haven't got his year card. If I do pull it, I might want to use it into the squad because this team of the year, Barella, is insane. I can't imagine how the other ones are going to be. But I am now to attacking. My two strikers, both sharpshooters. He's a little bit more the creator just because, I mean, look at stats. All very rounded, all well. And then Martinez, same thing really here. A little bit more for attacking, but still very well around. Now wingers. So here's what I would recommend. Your left winger doesn't necessarily have to be that good. From what I've seen, especially in the game, I say it's the right winger because I have a lot of success in the game. If you have a really good right winger, you'll be fine. Your left winger, mainly maybe pace and dribbling. Or actually, I'll take it back. Pace and crossing. Your left winger is going to do more crossing. Your right wingers, from what I've seen, are going to be more goal scoring, if you get what I'm saying. And as you can see, I mean, great card here. I mean, I didn't even put shooting. I don't think I put shooting. Well, yeah, I put exterior for him. And, I mean, you look at his card. It's insane. This one's insane. But, I mean, yeah. Your right winger, you probably want a goal scorer. Left winger, want a guy that's going to whip balls into the box. Center mid's either a guy who can control or a guy who can create. You kind of want a mix of between the two, but you also want one center mid that's kind of hard-working, both attack and defense. And then center backs, now here's what I recommend. I didn't do it, but because I'm keeping stats and stuff like that, it'd be a pain to switch them. Here's what I'd recommend: your better center back should play on your weaker. Let your better center back play on your weaker fullback position, or let me phrase it this way: put them on the position where they're. If your fullback tends to go a little bit higher, if one of them goes a little bit higher than the other one, I put your better center back there because they might be able to recover more than the other center back will. And it will lead to less chaos. But that's the formation. Done with that. I know it took a little bit longer than you want to watch. Most of you guys skipped through, but anyways, here we are. Let's get into the tactics here. So first off, before we get into the tactics, actually, the one thing I will say, if you want to kind of cheat the system, and when I say cheat the system, I mean, here's the biggest tip to get into SC Champion. If you want to get into SC Champion, what I would do is at the start, here's what you should do. At the start, I'm not joking. When I say this, you don't have to be on your phone for this, right? As you can see this auto button, you can sim until you get like 10 daily matches or a rank reach, right? What I would do, or for me for rank do, for you guys to show the divisions, right? What I would do, if I'm being honest, if you're doing homework, if you're at a job or something, if you don't really care, I would just whack some random tactics. And I would literally, what I've learned is, as long as you maybe have like a YouTube video that lasts like 10 hours or a stream, if you play it or if you put it on the side while your auto is running, it will consistently run games for you. And if you just play a bunch of games, as you can see, I mean, I'm just gonna, you look, some of the top guys aren't like 98s. You see a lot of 98s, 101s, 103s, right? 72, but obviously that's kind of, he's probably using his different lineup, right? You don't necessarily have to have a 104 overall lineup to get here. Basically, all you need to do is sim a bunch of games until you get here. And you'll probably end up getting SC Champ. That's kind of how I did it. This season particularly, I kind of just simmed through a lot of it. And I played a lot of matches off camera. And as you can see, it does work out. Because these tactics weren't nearly as better. And as we get into the tactics here. But they weren't as good as the tactics we had before. But they do work if you sim a bunch of games. So here's what I'll show you. Alright, speed 2, passing this one. You kind of want to keep things flowing. You don't want to be too fast, but you don't want your passing. I mean, if you do have a good creator, you can toggle this between 2 or 1. If your team is full of pace, you can just put speed 3. I would never recommend it, but that's the case. Mentality attacking, you can go balance, but it might not work out for you. I'll answer that. Attacking, you'll probably score 2 to 3 goals a game. Balance, you'll probably score 1 to 2. And it's just a matter of, do you have a great defense to back it up? And positioning, always free. And even here, positioning free. Not my offense. Offense here, passing tendency 2, cross tendency 1, shooting tendency 2. Pretty basic. Nothing really too outrageous. You kind of want to play free-flowing football, but defense, this really depends on how good your defenders are. Like me, I have Van Dijk and I have Burrell, who are great at winning the ball up high. I said Baresi, who can win the ball up high. So I have them pressure and aggressive in my wits one. Backline cover, always do cover. Offside trap rarely works. It just leads to a bunch of balls being played down the line. But there's the tactics. I will let you see one match of how this works. You guys can try it out for yourself. What I recommend, literally just put on auto and sim through a bunch of games and see how far you can get. You might go up a division. You might actually come back down a division. And then from there now, just keep adjusting the tactics from there now. And eventually, something will work for you. Trust me. But the key thing is, do it at the beginning of the season. if you do at the beginning of the season when everyone's claimed their rewards but no one's really actually playing, you have a lot better chance than at the end. Because the last time we went to FC Champion, it was so crowded that we got up and we went straight back down. Whereas this time, I mean, I don't think there's 8,000 people in FC Champion. So it's kind of all about timing, really. Also, if not a lot of people are playing the game when you're playing it, you might get easier opponents. Or if a lot of people are playing, there's a better chance you'll get easier opponents than not as well. So just, take into factor, if you start early, there's a better chance you get into FC Champion. That's a ball put into the box there. Haven't commentated much on this game because I'm trying to talk you through ways to get to FC Champion, because this isn't really an episode, it's more based on just how to get to FC Champion, more as a guide, at least my guide to do it, what worked for me. I mean, I have 2 videos on it already because we've had 2 successful seasons of doing it, but, it just depends. I think this one will be a lot more successful in terms of staying in there because, to be frankly honest, there's not many people in here right now. So, we're at least going to stay in here for the hour that we're supposed to. We'll probably stay in here a couple weeks, maybe till the end of the division. I don't know. If we stay to the end of the division, it's because I played a bunch of it. I played a bunch of them, but let's see. I need to focus on getting head-to-head champion, too. Because if I can get both head-to-head champion and manager mode, that really puts me in a good position to get a bunch of rewards, especially for next season, where we'll have Copa America out, the icons might be available. There'll be a lot of good players that you can get, and especially team of the tournament, that'll be good. Here's Salah now, starting to cook something up. Here's Salah. Like I said, your right winger is going to drift in a little bit more than your left winger will be. There's a shot from Salah, and that will be a corner for us. We're starting to get into the attack. Also for corners, so I've seen there's 2 ways to do it, right? Corners, depending on how you want. A lot of people would prefer in-swingers, but here's what I will say. In-swingers, there's a better chance it goes to the keeper, but there's a better chance it's a better ball. In out-swinger, there's more of a chance that it'll be in a position where you can attack it, necessarily, but it's not a good ball. It'll just be there, and as I said, Mbappe's through on goal, and that's their goal. So, not the best display of our tactics here as we find ourselves down 1-0 late. But, as you can see, it's very risky business here as, the one thing that was, obviously Frimpong doesn't have the pace that a team of the year Kylian Mbappe or any Kylian Mbappe does. So, that's why you really want to make sure your right back has a lot of pace. Because most left wingers are just going to be very pacey. And, yeah, here's a good chance. But we don't take advantage there. But that's the type of creativity I'm talking about that you want to see from your center mids. That nearly created a turnover there. What we do there, can we nick this late? I don't think we're going to be able to nick anything late. So, it's going to be a loss here, and here they go again. Defense didn't play well this match. Not the best display of our tactics, but trust me, if you've seen the videos before, you'll know that they've got us through a lot. So, I'm not going to really hammer them too much. More of a good team, and, they just got the better of us this time. We've seen it happen quite a few times, but it is a 2-0 loss. Kind of dampens the mood on our first game back in FC Champion. But that's my little guide on how to get to FC Champion, how to kind of I wouldn't say cheat code. I mean, he had no shots on target. That's pretty bad. But yeah, that's my little cheat code. Yeah, I'm probably not going to play any more matches because I don't really want to take the chance that we actually do just keep losing matches. But anyways, there you have it. So that's my guide on how to reach FC champion, how to have as much success as you want in this game, but might not work for everyone. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just saying if you do happen to use this formation, and if you do have the players that kind of fit that caliber, that's how I would line them up, and not how I would go about trying to reach FC champion. It worked for me, might work for you. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.